So I think what the BBC is doing is really a great example of all of the three trends in action, and it really points to an exciting future. One of the key features that they're leveraging of the Flash platform is the ability to move beyond the browser. And we've heard from you that you want things like local file system access, drag, drop, notifications, the ability to have persistent presence and offline support. And we're enabling this next level of capability with Air, which provides a consistent runtime for applications beyond the browser, regardless of what operating system you're using. And Air is designed really to balance processing seamlessly across services in the cloud and capabilities on the client. Rather than being tilted one way or the other, it's a balanced approach. And numerous Fortune 500 companies and lots of startups all over the place are creating, in a variety of industries, are deploying Air applications to engage with their customers, their employees and partners in new and innovative ways. And developers are downloading the tools to build Air applications, and they've downloaded it over 1 million times currently. And we're on target to hit 100 million Air runtime installations this year, which is just 1 year after we released it. So that, we think that's really great progress. And if you haven't tried some of these applications, I would encourage you to check out the Air Marketplace on adobe.com. I'm also happy to announce that Air 1.5 is now available for Mac and Windows. And we'll have Linux available in just a couple of weeks. And what 1.5 brings is all of the features of Flash Player 10, so all of the great stuff, the text processing, the audio processing, all of those Flash Player 10 features are there. But we're also not only on the leading edge of Flash development, we're also on the leading edge of HTML development. Because we're shipping with the first shipping implementation of Squirrelfish, which is a new virtual machine that dramatically speeds up JavaScript execution. So if you're writing an Ajax app, you'll have much better performance. We've also added lots of other features such as encrypted database support for secure local access. And all of this, again, is based on feedback from you. Now, with the professional text layout that we have in Flash Player 10, what we hoped was that innovative, forward-thinking publishers would bring their work online with much higher fidelity and a richer reading experience. And one of the leading news organizations in the world, the New York Times, shares this vision, and we've been working with them, collaborating to create a news reading application for their global edition, the International Herald Tribune. And here to show you that is Ted Patrick.
Working closely with the New York Times on developing a next-generation newsreader. And for newspaper publishers, what's very important is the quality of the text and the layout on screen. And New York Times really wanted to achieve a different level of effect with their application and wanted it to represent as close as possible to what a real paper looks and feels like. So let me take you on a tour and show you what the application looks like and how it emulates the real newspaper. So what you'll see on screen is actually the International Herald Tribune Reader. This is the international version of the New York Times. All the news that you actually see inside of this application is being pulled from the New York Times APIs and feeds that they have made available. Specifically, what you'll notice first is the text quality, the font use, and the layout. And what's interesting about the application is it was designed to be used on many different size screens. So from small handheld devices to larger screens to even living room experiences, this app scales, and depending on how you resize it, the flow-based text will actually relay out the application to give you a much more optimized view. In this case, it will remove thumbnail photographs and also reduce text size to make sure it works if you're working on a smaller screen. Let's actually just click on the business section, and we can actually, let's just click on this article. So as you can see, the article is actually paginate, and they reflow. So we just had page 1 of 2, now we have page 1 of 3, and you can actually scroll vertically. But additionally, you can scroll article to article just using the keyboard. So instead of having to use the mouse to navigate this application, you can simply click right and left and navigate from article to article in the same section. Additionally, the New York Times wanted to achieve something that is pretty hard to represent in a digital format. Typically with a newspaper, you can browse many articles and many photographs and navigate to one that catches your interest. This is actually the use case for this browse feature. So if I click on browse, what you'll actually see is almost a page-like version of the New York Times come up. I can navigate to the actual homepage of the paper. I can go across in articles, and as you can see, as I navigate across, articles and pages load, and I can simply be one click away from that particular article. And you can see this one previously. So one element of the New York Times is the crossword. It's a favorite, and it's a real draw in terms of readership. So they wanted to represent this crossword experience inside of the reader application. But this one is interactive. If I click on a particular row, what you'll see is it actually highlights the across and down on the left-hand side. So I can actually say from completely, so that would be A to Z. And I can actually check to see if I got it right. And additionally, I can reveal the current word or other words if I'm stuck, which kind of helps you complete the puzzle more rapidly. So there's many different devices that are currently being used, and the New York Times wanted to actually get this application onto a new form factor. We're seeing many devices just entering the market, which are known as MIDs. This is a Linux MID. It's powered by an Intel Atom processor, and it is running a small version of Linux. It actually has Air 1.5 on it, and it's running the New York Times or the Times Reader application. So let's actually just take a look at this form factor. And as you can see, the application is, well, it's identical. And not only identical, it's actually the same code base that was running on our PC, but it's now running on a much smaller handheld. I can actually click into the article. I can scroll amongst pages. I can actually navigate into the same sections that we had seen before. But it's a very different experience, and the quality of text and the quality and the fidelity of the application allow us to develop this application once, yet run it from the desktop or onto these newer edge mid devices. So thank you very much.
Thanks, Ed. Well, that was great. We had an Air app that works identically on Mac, Windows, and Linux, and also coming soon to a mobile internet device near you.